Jeremiah 37. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakah Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. All right, to the those would be your would-be judges, the 144,000, and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. All right, among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black only thing. All right. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the great milk. Something for you. All right, he's got something for you, man, and he's failed. And now that it's been exposed that it's the American citizens who actually are flipping the bill for these tariffs, and all these American countries are not, companies are not going to build in America, but they're running further away from America to build their factories in other countries. It's all coming out, man. So they know the shelves are going to be empty.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Makah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, for teaching this truth according to the Bible. And real quick one, I watched this video from Elder Malcolm, and what you see on the screen is a clip from, I believe it's a movie called Sicarios, and it's a stark reminder of what we're about to head into. Okay, this is very real. This is not a game. There will be many people that end up like this. Okay, this video or this screenshot the elder has on his video. All right, that's actually a YouTube video. So I shouldn't have any problem with getting strikes or whatever. But you know, it's getting to a point where a lot of brothers, even myself included, we can feel that we're not too far off. Okay, we're not too far off from the destruction of this wicked kingdom, which all praise to Yahweh Shemi Shai for that. But this is just a reminder that, when these things happen, it's going to be real. It's one thing to talk about it. We read the scriptures, we believe the scriptures, we do this work, we do our best to repent every single day, call on the names of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and keep our spirit in the spirit of putting on the elect. All right. But as this gets closer, we're going to start feeling it more and more in our own flesh. Okay. And this flesh is going to want to take over during the time of Jacob's trouble. And it's important to remember that Yahweh Shemi Shai has got everything under control. Okay. Yahweh Shemi Shai he's got the back of his elect. Okay. Lord willing, we be part of that number. And that's why we do this. Brothers are honest, man. We're doing this because we want to make it. We want to be saved. We want that salvation. We want that protection and the election and the blessing on top of us in our households. Okay? So the Lord was gracious enough to put the spirit on us of Yahweh Shai to give us this truth, this doctrine, okay, and give us the spirit to go out and do this work and make these videos. All right? But we're coming to a time where, all of this is going to stop, and it's going to be us and the Lord on an individual basis. All right, so let me grab this. I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah, right, and hopefully it'll load up because I'm outside right now, so I don't have any Wi-Fi. We'll see if I can do it like this. So I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to stay in Psalms real quick. I'm going to go to this one just as a reminder, okay? Psalms 91. Psalms 91 and 1, and it says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." And the secret place is this knowledge and this truth. Okay, if we go to Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, what does it say? It says, now it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. Okay, that wisdom and knowledge is talking about this truth, man. This understanding we have, the oil in our lamps, the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and our faith and our true belief in it. That is what is going to get us through this time. Okay, if we're part of the elect. All right, but I really wanted to hit Isaiah because that picture really brought up this chapter right here, Isaiah chapter 19, okay? Because Egypt is about to fall, Babylon is about to fall, and there's going to be chaos in the streets. And people will be hanging from light poles, people will be hanging from bridges, people will be getting beheaded, people will be getting cannibalized, all right? It sounds, gruesome, but let's face it, the reality is all of these things are coming. Famine and death is coming, all right? As a matter of fact, it's pretty much here. We're at the doorstep, and we're about to kick in this new quarter of the year, and this is something that most people are not ready for. The men of the Lord have been reading and prophesying and praying and getting ready for this, but the vast majority of society has not. All right, so let's read this first chapter of Isaiah chapter 19, and it says, uh the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the earth and the heart of the Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. See, this is talking about Yahweh Shai, okay, coming back with his chariot. Okay, and when he comes back, that whole Jesus Christ and God and all the idols they have here in the United States of America, which is Egypt. Okay, all right, this is not talking about Egypt, the ancient Egypt, where the Israelites, we were slaves, under Pharaoh. This is talking about the new Egypt, spiritual Egypt, which is the United States of America, also known as Babylon the Great. Verse 2 says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And during that time, okay, which the elder said it was called Jacob's trouble, but this is what's going to be going on. This is the reality of what is going to be happening during this time. All right. This video is to remind us that this physical reality is coming. And if you're not prepared spiritually, all right, it's all right to be prepared physically. That's fine. But you got to understand that what matters is the spirit, it's the mind of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That is what is going to get you through this. Okay. If the Lord is with you, then you will make it through. If he's not, you're going to end up like this or some other gruesome, brutal death. And that goes for every single person within the borders of the United States of America and in most countries around the world. Because when Babylon the Great falls economically, it's going to drive all these other countries down with it. All right. This is important to remember because, you know, when the panic sets in, when the flesh kicks in, all right, people tend to forget everything they've learned and they go scatterbrained. I believe it was Mike Tyson that had that quote that says everybody had a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, guess what? The whole United States is about to get punched in the face, and people have a lot of guns, people have a lot of weapons, people have a lot of medications that they're not going to be able to get. People have a lot of issues and anxieties and depressions and anger, and it's all about to come out. All right, which is my prayer every night is that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai have mercy upon me and my family, my household. Okay, brothers got to be worried about other brothers too. It's important to pray for brothers that we remain strong and in the faith. Okay, that we are provided for. Okay, and that's not much. I don't really have much to talk about because, we're at the point where what more do we say? Okay, of course we're going to continue to do chapter breakdowns and go into lessons, but the message is going out. The people have heard what is needed to be said by the Lord, and we know through the Spirit that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring judgment, and it's going to be here physically in our face. All right. I believe Elder Pastor Tahar says we're counting down months now. Okay, whether it be 24 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, whatever it is. Okay, things are happening. So get your household in order. And most importantly, get your spirit, your mind in order with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. With that, I'm going to close out and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching this truth according to the Bible. Shalom and Abba Babal.